amazing, and you really want to is it your ambition to develop AI models as well, or yours just ends at the chatbots? Yes, feel free. So
Uh, I think mine only ends at chatbot. Yeah,
right, so yeah, feel free to.
I don't know much about it.
Okay, okay, no worries. So, but me, just feel free to pinpoint on if someone else has any suggestion, just feel free to put it in the chat as you continue. But also, I'd love to hear your suggestion, Madanga, Emmanuel. So, yeah, let me hear your thoughts or what you thought about AI and what it can do, and is it going to replace the job opportunities? Yeah, feel free to let's tell us.
I think this week I've been into this conversation a lot, and yeah, we have to face the realities that we have, and it's good to know to have this discussion actually, and this makes us become more aware of how the AI is shaping the work that we are doing. And actually, to be sincere, AI is revolutionizing how we work, how we operate. And so it's going to create more job opportunities, especially for those who are going to be at the frontier of it. Those that are going to be willing to learn and being willing to develop AI solutions. You can develop AI solutions actually for whatever problem you have. It's just that you need first to start with awareness, which we are creating right now. So right now we are creating awareness so that we can know what we can be able to do. And now you can realize that it's the reality is that all, like most of us, even those who are in the job market already, they are using AI for job, for improving their productivity. And as that also comes in, there is also issues with the AI ethics and governance and policies on AI, where these need some regulations. And those are conversations we've been having over here in Rwanda. And so in terms of roles in AI is creating more roles. Like for example, we are going to have people who are specialists in prompting, which we call prompt engineering, people who know how to actually communicate to AI. And as part of our awareness that we usually do, communicating to AI is usually like a 5 pillar. And someone needs to understand how to communicate to AI because garbage in is garbage out. And having said that, AI is going to create more jobs. Like, for example, we have data analysts people. Okay. We still need people to train our small models that we need to develop for the businesses that we have. Remember, for businesses are struggling to see how they can embed AI in their systems. However, there is issues of data protection as well. So organizations need people who can develop their small models, their small like chatbots that they can actually easily access. For example, in the ancient time, we've been always been having issues of going to a very large database and searching for our customers' details and the database now coming back with this information from that customer. But now when we develop smart systems, the systems are able to issue early alerts, okay, early alerts for actions. And this one does not really mean that AI is just a software. AI can be embedded in even the IoT devices that you electronics people develop. And now IoT can raise, like IoT will be able to, like sensors will be able to fetch data and that data be pushed to now AI systems. And now AI systems can automate like an action that needs to be taken. And of course, all this needs human intervention because you have some other actions that you can't for 100% delegate to AI. And so we say AI is a copilot. And AI is a copilot and it's not an autopilot. So that's what we usually emphasize on. So as much as we are using AI in whatever we do, we need to always authenticate whatever outcome that outcome we get from the AI, say models, for example. AI is producing music actually. If you're a content creator and so on, we have a lot of AI tools that are developing music. AI is generating images that you can use to even for content creation and even for marketing. Entrepreneurs, instead of spending more time on a design work, you can generate posters for your product in lesser time without having expertise. And that doesn't mean that it will replace the designers. No, it's upon the designers now to learn how to use AI to be able to be better at their job. Those who will not learn how to use AI or develop AI systems are the ones that are going to be replaced by those who know. You see now where the challenge is. The challenge is not that AI will replace people because AI is not an autopilot. AI is a co-pilot. This just helps you to save time, be more productive if you know how to do that. But of course, you have to do that ethically. There's more issues of transparency. For example, we are developing AI models. Okay, for example, that can predict the growth rate of a particular plant or the growth like drug or okay, even in healthcare. And you see some of these sectors are very sensitive. And like we're using AI systems for diagnostic, okay, to be able to come up and tell you, you know what, this patient is suffering from this particular disease. You can imagine if we happen to have an misinformation from AI system that causes panic and can even lead to death. And so we even need, like AI, you still also need people to validate the models, people to ensure that the models, what happens if the model fails? People who validate that the accuracy of this model is actually accurate. And accuracy of models is not actually about the figure, which we usually call, okay, the scores that we get from the models, but it's actually how the model behaves in the real world scenarios. And that's what we usually look at most. So AI is creating more jobs and it's just refining how we do work. For example, for software engineering, you see in the software engineering and development and web development, people have been spending months, okay, and some others even years developing a particular system. We have things that we need to ensure that there's correct configuration. Like for example, when it becomes issues of APIs, for example, integrating the front end and back end systems. It requires that you need to map the APIs. And these APIs, these are secret. You are dealing with secret keys and public keys, so it depends. And so there is a lot of authentication that is required. And that doesn't mean that it will replace you. What it does, it accelerates you. The work that you are doing in 3 weeks, you can do it in 1 day. And of course, you just need to ensure that everything you're doing is clean. So it's just revolutionized how we work, and it's creating more opportunities for us, and it's just reshaping how we work at all. So it's just upon us to be more aware of how AI is affecting is positive or negative. So you need to know how AI is affecting your area. If you aren't aware, you are the one who is going to be replaced. If you are aware, you'll position yourself and equip yourself with the skills that are required for you. And right now, what we are doing actually, we need more, like even people from electrical, people from mechanical, like engineering in general. We are developing systems and we are integrating this even with the robotics, okay, and IoT, and we are combining this if it's in healthcare, if it's in agriculture, we're developing systems in agriculture that can be able to like monitor the lifespan if poultry, if it's for aquaculture, for fish, and detect anomalies, and you can see all that. It's not about chatbots anymore. It's about real value and real scalability and productivity, so that our farmers can reduce, like they can reduce the feed cost, you see, and they can actually improve their productivity by understanding the end-to-end growth rate of, let's say, if it's poultry. You need to understand, I have started farming this. When should I harvest? AI system should be able to tell you that. And if that time comes and you haven't harvested, you will be curious, like what happened in between. and to even have smart systems that actually can be able to tell you, you are behind, your growth, the growth rate of this particular pond is behind the estimated time of its growth rate. Right now it should be weighing this, but now is weighing this, you see. So such like initiatives we have, and it's just revolutionizing how we develop. Yeah, we can talk a lot about AI, but I'm also looking forward to hear from you, George and Eric, now your general perspective on this. However, as I have mentioned, like AI is just going to revolutionize how we entirely work. So it's upon us to know how to position ourselves. And that's why awareness is very, very important. And that's what we do even in our communities at Beyond Data, ICT, and at Cindy. And we even have innovation challenges that are going on. And we have promised to have another innovation challenges in 2027. So let's align, let's join the communities, let's be able to engage in the communities, and this will give us more opportunity to know more about AI and start developing AI systems that we can be able to deploy. And AI is actually a factory, AI factory. Yes, AI is a factory that we can be able to even develop, okay, our own smart AI systems. It's very simple, by the way. It's not a complicated technology that we can say is difficult. For example, if you can develop a system that translates your local language into Swahili or your local language into English with AI, like that's already a development, or it does vice versa, so that even the people in the local community can easily understand. If let's say it's about, maybe let's say about governance, maybe you translate the entire bill, or you translate the entire policy into your local language with AI. You will have added value to the community. And you see, these are things that you need to look at, and these are things that are possible, and people are doing this so that we can also improve the education. Even others are like with the AI systems they're developing AI system that you can create class topics for students to learn in their local language, translating the entire if it's English or Swahili to a local language. Like that's why, just to enhance education so that people can be able to understand. And yeah, so there is more to these scenarios that we are doing. And we also call upon all of us to take an initiative into it. Yeah, so I'm curious to now listen to the rest of the team on this matter. Thank you so much, John, for giving me an opportunity to share how that looks like. Thanks.
Amazing. That is quite insightful, sir. And yeah, thank you so much for that. I've also gotten to learn about that if I don't make use of AI, then it's going to replace me. Just an icebreaker. I read a meme somewhere that someone was talking to a horse, and he was telling a horse that um, if you don't use a car, the car will I don't know the car will replace you. So, but anyway, no worries. But meanwhile, oh yeah. Anyway, no worries. So now, I'd love also to hear from George Guchu. Tell us about what's your thought on these AI and how do you use it? And meanwhile, before I come to you, Madanga has also mentioned about AI in the creative industry, that AI is coming in the creative industry. It matters graphic design and also music industry. There is this song that was trending as the year started. This was a French song, Papaute. I don't know if you guys know about it. Papaute. So apparently, I'm told that Papaute is purely AI. The voice is purely AI, and you guys can feel free to confirm that. Yeah, that is just an example of how AI is coming in. Yes. So and also content creators may usually make use of AI, especially in TikTok and Instagram. I've seen those videos of cats just trying to I don't know, trying to relay some social information or rather some piece of advice, but now the cats are the one acting. They talk and but then they look. This is very attractive because you'll get a lot of views because it shows how you're embracing AI and like someone who's using human beings. But meanwhile, I'd also love to hear from Judge Guchu. Tell us about your thoughts on these and how have you witnessed people being used AI? Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, John.
welcome.
I think where we are headed to, for example, we are entering to campaign period, and I think we'll see a lot of AI in use, from deep fake voices. So we'll have a lot of misinformation, disinformation from either of the political divide. But in Kenya, we have seen AI majorly being used by content creators, those majorly in TikTok, Facebook. But AI is more than that. As Emmanuel has indicated, AI is just a co-pilot. We are pilots. It's just another tool, just like the way we use Word, the way we use Excel. So it has not replaced us per se. We are here to use AI and use it professionally. For example, myself, I use AI to help me create some scripts. When maybe I'm stuck somewhere, I can use AI to enhance my script. So I give it my script to enhance it. So it doesn't create that script from scratch. So I just use it. I use my script to enhance it. And I have seen it helping me majorly in my work. I have also seen my colleague use AI to create chatbots and also to develop systems. And those systems have been used effectively, and they are really helping in saving a lot of time in some areas. So AI is being used majorly in every sector. We have seen even Facebook. We, you can see they use AI to suggest some of the pages where you visit. We have seen even Netflix. They have used AI to suggest some movies to you. Even in health, we have seen AI in use. So majorly AI is here to stay, and we are supposed to use AI. We use it ethically, and we use it to help us in our own ways in our lives. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, thank you so much, George, for that. And the fact that you mentioned about AI coming through during the campaign season. So you have young people or Gen Zs who usually use AI to to just generate images of politicians and try to make fun of them. I mean, from X, we've witnessed that, but also and AI to help them to generate posters and also to help them to predict. I don't know if that's possible. If you have someone who's like a deep expert in AI can tell us if it's possible for politicians to use AI to predict the results based on people opinions and people views. Do you think that is possible?
Okay, yes, that's possible, but it requires uh, enough amount of data from the opinion. Of course, sample size is very, very important in data sets. So we're leveraging on data. Sample size is very important. But also we have sentinel analysis, like you can collect public opinions from different social media platforms and analyze that and just have a like it's not the final outcome, but just to leverage on the data that is on the public domain to analyze and be able to tell, okay, based on these, on the people's opinions and lies on that, like this is likely that this person is going to win with this percentage. Okay, so So that happens, and then now you can combine that with polls as well, and then yeah, you can use that to find. But poll is usually tricky. Now the issues of sample size, because if you're having like 30 million registered voters, then a good sample needs to be like a 10% of that, 10% of that. So like you just need enough. Like 10% can be a good representation, but not that is the best, but just a better representation. And of course, this needs to come across the region, especially, for example, here in Kenya, we are politically tribal. Okay. So we need to ensure that we have an equal, like the data set is a better representative of the entire, for the entire sample. So we need to get a sample from Western, we need to get a sample from Nyanza, Kambani, Rift Valley, and so on and so on. And now you can use that now to analyze and do your generalization based on the better representation is usually the issue in these polls that usually is. So if you can have a better representation, AI can help you analyze the chances, it's the probability of one winning. Yeah, that's the analysis can be able to be done. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much for those insights, sir. And I think if you have adequate data, then I think that may be achievable. Well, Eric Omari, you say that you're a newbie in the AI space, and I don't know. Do you have a unit in AI? Do you have a unit in AI in your course, or
I don't have anything to add on it. Right now, actually, I'm just enjoying the content I'm getting from you guys. It is an eye opener on the applications that AI has so far been able to reach.
all right, nice. So now, I'll share my screen. Oh, thank you so much, Crispinus Jacob, for joining us. Thank you so much. We're discussing about AI and its applications, and also its what are the opportunities in AI. So I believe most of you I can see my screen. So now we have the subsets of AI for smart machines, and also in machine learning, AI can be used for learning from data, and also in deep learning, we have neural networks inspired by the brain. All right. So now, today we're talking about careers in AI, and not going to directly to subfields or different categories, and how we could leverage the use of AI. And for example, in the healthcare space, AI can be used in diagnosing diseases. So this is an opportunity for the medical engineers, and also for the doctors, if they are, are are trying to diagnose a patient, they can make use of AI, and this is very useful because we've had cases where someone has to be diagnosed in different hospitals just to confirm if the the results were true. I mean, you go to this hospital, you're being told you're positive. You go to the other, you're told you're negative. So now there's need for you to keep on confirming. But now, if we have the AI on board, it's going to be easier for the doctors to diagnose diseases, and hence provide an authentic feedback, and also predicting outcomes and accelerating drug discovery. I hope we can use AI to get HIV cure. I don't know if that is possible. Um, so then also in finance, AI could be used in fraud detection and also algorithmic trading. For example, from blockchain and crypto trading, for if you want to know when to buy or when to sell your crypto, you could use AI to help you to predict based on the initial transaction that had occurred. Yes. Emmanuel, I take a break and also get to hear from Crispinus Jacob. Welcome so much. We're so happy to host you. Just tell us your name and how do you leverage AI yeah yeah. Karibu sana, Crispinus.
Hi everybody. Um, I'm Crispinas, a student. So how I use AI is that when it comes to especially identifying vulnerabilities in code, I use AI, and also I use AI to perform some workflows. Yeah, I think that I only use in code review and also automating some tasks.
Amazing, nice. So now that you mentioned code review, do you think we should embrace vibe coding or we shouldn't? We should just code from scratch.
From my side, I can say that we should just use AI when it comes to generating of code, and it is not just generating the code, but you must also understand the fundamentals of programming to know what AI is doing. Yeah, so as much as we rely so much on AI, we also need to know the fundamentals.
Amazing, amazing. So now also I think prompt engineering is also key as well. I mean, you've got to have a well-defined language or a system in which you're trying to talk to the LLM or talk to the AI, because also they say that garbage in, garbage out. Yes, Emmanuel, you've raised your hand. You have a concern? Feel free.
Hi, yeah. So it's not more of sun plus day, but rather it's just to echo what Jacob has just communicated. Yeah. So as I mentioned, by the way, that AI is revolutionizing all the industries that we are in. And I mentioned that in the beginning, when other people are not here, I mentioned that especially in the software engineering or space, I mentioned that like programmers used to take like 3 months, like 6 months, even others 1 year, just developing a system. Okay. So AI came to accelerate that. And so there is no anything wrong with generating code with AI. What you need to know is that you need to know what the code is doing, and you need to be able to like troubleshoot whenever there is a bug. And so that means that you need foundation. You need the foundation in AI, in engineering, software development, for you to better do things right. Because like the software development is not the front end alone. Yeah, there is back end, there is deployment. Yeah. So there's a lot. And I said AI is a copilot. So AI is a copilot capacity. So it helps you generate these codes faster so that you can save time. And now you come in and just scrutinize the code, ensure they're correct, and troubleshoot where possible, and do your own integrations. Yeah, per se. Yeah. I think I just wanted to add to what Chris has just shared. Thanks.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So a summary of that, AI can be used in creative and tech to generate code and also to make digital arts and to do a real-time translation. Uh, Matanga had mentioned earlier that we can use AI to translate languages, especially for those learners who are studying in the remote areas and may find it difficult to understand the official language. They could use we could use AI to translate language for them so that it can be in their local language so they could be able to understand concepts. Um, so the next one is AI career path. So what are the technical and non-technical roles in AI? Feel free to mention any that you know of, technical and non-technical roles that people could apply in AI, especially for the young people? I'm sorry, I'm a youth advocate, and I really love if my fellow Gen Zs get opportunities. So, what opportunities stand in AI? I mean, what roles could someone apply in matters AI, technical and both non-technical? Yes, Abraham Joshua, welcome. Please, do you have a response to that, or maybe a thought on that? Any technical role in AI or non-technical? Amazing. One of them is being an AI engineer, for example, developing bots or chatbot for businesses. If um, we have businesses which are trying to, you know, to reach the customers easier or respond to their customers, even with them, not necessarily interacting with their clients. For example, in Instagram, once they do advertisement and then the yes, Abraham, we've gotten you clearly. And then so when a customer clicks an item, the AI directly uh, um, gets to interact with the customer and ask the question, uh, um, when do you need this? Like just like that. I mean, it's just replacing the customer care, right? Yes, and also I think it's also there in so far. I've only seen Instagram. Yes, so an AI model engineer. Yes, then any other role technical? Yeah, you could also be a teacher or a lecturer to teach AI and to help people understand much about AI. And for example, in the university, from the IC department, also engineering department, we usually have AI as a unit. So someone would apply to be a tutor in AI, and we're talking with Madanga on how we could make AI a fundamental unit in campuses so people so students could be able to leverage on it. Yes, Emmanuel. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for that. Um, so also other roles could be data scientists. I mean, to predict the direction of a company's sales and all that. And also you have machine learning engineer, robotics engineer, and data engineer. So for robotics engineer, is what I don't know, it's what Elon Musk is trying to do, but I feel as though AI and robotics meet at AGI, artificial general AI. I don't know if you guys have come across that artificial general AI. I mean, it's just now the hardware AI, because I realize now we have this is the soft AI, wherever we usually use this LLMs and those models are soft. But now, with now robotics plus AI would do an AGI. I mean, a hardware, but that uses AGI. I mean, it could also I don't know if you're understanding me, but it could resonate. It could do what a human can do now, literally what a human can do. You see, with this soft AI, um the human still stands at a chance of defeating it, because it cannot perform actions. But now with AGI, it can be able to think as a human being and also to perform actions. Now, leave alone we doing prompt engineering or we coding. So this AI, this AGI can also be able to write code as well. I don't know where you're hitting to. But then again, Madanga said earlier, if we don't leverage or make use of AI, then it's going to replace us. Right. So now just to complete, so we have hard skills. So these are the hard skills. If you want to start leveraging AI, we have Python, math and statistics. We also have cloud computing frameworks. Talking about cloud computing, we have Chris Jacob is an AWS captain for Technical Uni of Mombasa. Yes. How are you using AI for cloud computing, and how do they balance, or how do they interact?
I think he dropped. He's not in the call. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. No worries. All right. So finally, the soft skills are problem solving, continuous learning, and domain expertise. We students who are in campus usually use AI to like do research and also to do assignments, and some the cheeky ones use it to steal exams, which is unethical. I mean, these are things that talk about unethical behavior, sorry, unethical use of AI. For example, that is for to cheat in exams and also to generate images and posters that may go against the government policy or against the law. Yes, I mean, we've had stories the previous year of young people generating funny images of the president, and then they put themselves in trouble, so they become arrested or summoned by the DCI. So in as much as we are trying to use AI, let us use it ethically. Yeah. And also we have some of the what is like ChatGPT and Gemini, which are very keen. If you're trying to edit something, for example, there's a time my fellow student shared that he was trying to edit his results using AI, but then the AI is kind of like, and the response I got from AI is, I'm afraid I cannot. This looks like a mark sheet, or looks like a result slip, and it's against my will, or against my capability of me to edit your results. So yeah, amidst all this, there is still caution to us that let us use AI ethically. Yeah. So I don't know if you have any question before we wrap up at 7. Any question or any concern before we wrap up? Abraham, yeah. Oh, I did hear from Chejelze. Chejelze, karibu sana. Chejelze, feel free. Yes, you guys could also join our community for Beyond Data ICT, and yeah, and TUM developers and innovators. But meanwhile, just feel free to follow the chat on the link of the chat to join our community, and also feel free to share your to your peers and your friends so that we could grow together in community, because community is where opportunities are. So feel free to join. Tidel Ze, could you can you hear me? All right, Emmanuel, you've raised your hand, so I don't know. You'd love.
Yeah, maybe just wrap up my conversation on this topic. Yeah, we usually host a lot of these discussions. Thank you all for those who have joined, and please join our WhatsApp community. We are building a community of AI leaders, and so we are going to have these conversations a lot. Also, I want you to claim your, I want you to claim your, claim your participation in this discussion. You need to check, you need to create accounts on app.alliance for AI. I don't know if you all joined through the same route or you didn't use that route to join the conversation. So you need to create an account there, because there is a leaderboard that shows you um, your interaction with the community. And then now when jobs and opportunities come, we usually use the leaderboard to give people to opportunities. So let's ensure we create an account. And if you had joined this meeting through the platform, you will easily get your points and you'll be ranked on the leaderboard. So join Technical University of Mombasa if you are from TUM, or join the Kenya Future Makers if you are not from TUM. Okay. So let's just do that. I've shared the link in the chat section here. Otherwise, the topic was amazing, and we look forward to having more discussions. But you can also check other discussions. We have had previous discussions on Africa AI vision, discussion on data protection on the edge of AI, discussion on business intelligence with data, on Beyond Data ICT YouTube channel. So you can just check that there and we can keep tabs. Yeah, I think that is it. And John, I maybe, if you allow me, like to thank everyone who has joined this, and let's keep engaging and let's keep this conversation going. So maybe you can share this also with others as well, so that we can join next discussion. We are usually having this discussion like every week. So just prepare for the next one, and you can suggest a topic for us, because topics are already on the platform. So just join the platform, just go through the topics. Any topic that interests you, let us know. We can schedule and have a discussion on that. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Back to you, John, if you still have plans.
Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. First of all, thank you, Emmanuel. Guys, you've had him, so feel free to join the community and also to join the African Alliance for AI. Oh, Hezron, you just joined us. Meanwhile, we're actually wrapping up, but yeah, thank you for coming through. So yeah, feel free to join our community, Hezron, to get more information as early as possible. So mine is just to thank them that joined our discussion. We meet next week, the same place, same time. If you're in East Africa, have a good night. If you're in America, have a good day. Kwaheri.